get to that shooter, got to get into that shooting lane or get to his hands. Just an easy play for Georgetown. Didn't really have to work for that shot. Just threw it over the top, step down. Again, an easy goal for Georgetown.
Caesar's 11th, the sophomore from Darien, Connecticut. And Aiden Carroll already with 2 assists on these opening 2 goals. And finally, a possession here for Villanova, trailing 2-0. Drawn
incredible for this Hoyas offense.
Already Georgetown, he's got 2 assists. He assisted on each of their first 2 goals. As a team, they've got 3 on just 4 shots. If you were to draw it up, I don't know that you could have drawn it more perfectly for the Georgetown Hoyas and head coach Kevin Warren than a 3-0 start. Only 3.5 minutes in. Another face-off win. James Ball, graduate senior, takes the face-offs for this team from Garden City, New York. 60% face-off percentage coming in. Georgetown ranked number 10, squarely on the NCAA tournament bubble.
Ray gets this one. Again, it's that pick game that they've been using really all day here on Villanova. Off the top, off the wings. He's able to sweep to his right hand, gets that little bit of a step on the long pole, and able to finish it on the run. Villanova's got to do a much better job of communicating through those picks. It's been giving them a lot of trouble here early on.
He's Anthony Wilson, who had a really nice game on Thursday. Just a redshirt freshman from Finksburg, Maryland. 10.4 goals against coming in, .488 save percentage during the season, but he's been under siege early on at Georgetown. They've got him on his heels.
Does a good job of burying that, and a much-needed goal for Villanova.
4-1, 8:07 in the first. Big East title game. McIntyre to Newton. 6 on the season for Newton. James Ball, another face-off win. Georgetown on the rush. Open look, buried it. They cannot miss the net right now. The Georgetown Hoyas are on fire. That's Dylan Hess. It's a 5-1 game.
Hess is there, do-it-all midi. Plays the wing, plays defensive midfield. He's a threat in transition. He shows it to you right here. And for Villanova, you've got 2 poles up on the wing. You cannot let this guy get behind you as a wing player off the face-off. Leave him wide open, 4-on-3 break. Does a great job of recognizing that the slide's a little late, not coming to him. Means he's the shooter, and he buries it for Georgetown.
5-1, nearing the midpoint of the first. Ball and Kopecky at the X. Everything going Georgetown's way here in the first. 6-1, 3.5 to play in the first. Jack Schubert, outstanding freshman. Springfield, Virginia. Kevin Warren, man, he's got a great mix of good young talent, guys that have been in the program as well. Flip side.
Get him in that 5-on-4 situation, and again, just making it look real easy on the offense.
Everybody is involved, seemingly. 6 different guys have scored the 6 goals. Nova, on the flip side, led 6-1 in the semifinals. They trail 6-1 here today. They got to turn it around quickly, but Georgetown, it takes them 7 seconds. James Ball is down. That's the negative side to this, but they score 7 seconds right off the face-off into this second quarter to make it 7-1.
Ball right here, just pops it out the front. If you're Villanova, again, you got those 2 poles on the wing. Someone's got to be stopping the break. And Ball does a good job, knows he's going to get hit. Finishes the shot, nice bounce shot. And again, absorbs that shot, knows he's going to get hit, goes through it anyway. Good, tough play from Ball. And sticks another one for Georgetown.
His second. He's been very good at the X so far this first half. 7 seconds into the second. It's already 7-1 Hoyas. So there was a penalty there. They're not going to have a face-off. Penalty.
Be able to get that ball towards the net. Again, one of those plays where you're going, oh, no, no, but a heck of a play from Kopecky.
Lucas Kopecky, second this season. His first game on Thursday night in the semifinals. So maybe it's that type of thing. Maybe that could start to turn the tide. What do you kind of feel like, looking into your crystal ball, they would need to get to here to make this manageable before halftime?
I think if they could just make it maybe 9-4, right? 9-4, you feel pretty good. You're right back in it. There's a big turnover right there. That's what they're going to have to do, too. They've got to find some ways to create the turnovers in some odd man situations.
Shot saved by Moore from the stick of Mishner. The nice steal and the pass from Zupicic. You said if they got it to around 9-5 at halftime, you'd be more comfortable going in that locker room if you're the Wildcats, and here they are at 8-3. Face-off win, though, for Georgetown.
You got to double it here. Got to double it. Good timeout, I believe. And here's where it's got to change. Right here, they've got to find a way to make this a 50-50 ground ball. Can't let Georgetown just win it clean the way Ball has done all day.
Kopecky against Ball, and Ball wins it clean. Play it back to Moore. Comes Wesley Chairs for Moore. Putting the pressure on, and a launch downfield by David Ivanchik. That's a turnover back to the Wildcats, scooped up by Ty Banks. Here,
absolutely.
The last 5 for Villanova after trailing 8-1. For Georgetown, lost it. Mishner again. Defense has really stepped up, and they've gotten physical. Villanova has.
Like, that's a win for Georgetown to face off at, but because of the 2 poles and they create that instant turnover, it takes that thing right away. That's what they were doing against Denver. Those 2 poles were so active, getting the ball on the ground or keeping it on the ground, giving themselves a chance. And right there was a great example of it. They're going to need more of that throughout the rest of this game.
Correct?
Yeah, you take a look at it, right? The last one he wins, they put it right back on the ground. The man-up opportunity from Villanova, he wins, they call the timeout, they get the turnover right away. So you can eliminate some of those things with what they're doing. False start here on Villanova would be Georgetown's ball. But yeah, with what they're doing on the wings, they're able to kind of take some of those wins away, and they've been able to do that.
6, the 3rd face-off violation of the half. That's a 30-second foul.
So that's 3 face-off violations of the half. 30-second penalty coming, and Georgetown will go a man up. Boy, 7 straight. 16 different scores combined on the 16 goals. Final 14 seconds of the half. Georgetown, one last chance as we go under 10 seconds. Wilco Dean, 6 seconds, down to 5 and 4. Splits defenders, 2 seconds. 1 knocked off the ball. In front, never got there. Buzzer sounds, halftime arrives.
At 8.
Plus 10 in terms of shots for Georgetown. James Ball. Lucas Kopecky for Villanova. Face-off win for Ball and Georgetown. Here comes Ball with it. Looking for a quick strike, Georgetown. Defense from behind.
Nova just closing the door on them right now and playing so well as a unit.
Zupicic leads the nation in caused turnovers. Had a couple in this game, at 4 on Thursday. Face-off win. Here comes Lucas Kopecky. Villanova. Kopecky fires. What a big save by Anderson Moore. Villanova finally gets their first lead of the night after trailing 8-1. Shots now 29-20 in favor of Georgetown. Face-offs 17-1 Hoyas. And they trail by 1.
And I love that play from Kopecky. team's been struggling from the X. Big turnover right there again for Villanova, but your team's struggling from the X. You get an opportunity in point, and that's what started the run, got some life back into the team, and all of a sudden they took off from there.
Amazing stuff. How this game, the script completely has flipped, and Georgetown cannot find anything offensively. Kopecky wins the face-off to start the fourth. Automatic bid on the line and a Big East tournament title. +8 in terms of shots.
And Martin puts him up 2.
5th multi-goal game of the season for Dan Martin. Junior from Wall Township, New Jersey. Villanova has now scored the last 9 of the game. And they will get the possession here. '23 straight possessions for Georgetown, and it's now 7:01 p.m. on the game clock, 35 minutes and 27 seconds.
Big spot right here, face-off wise. Georgetown, another Nova win, but Georgetown won 17 of the first 18 face-offs. Now Nova's won 4. That's a big story right here. As that changes, that's huge for the Wildcats.
Matt Licata looking to answer. And he gets tripped. Here comes another delayed penalty. Bundy scored to make it 10-9. 8:35 to play in the Big East title game with a penalty coming on Georgetown. Overtime begins at the Big East championship game. Villanova 10, Georgetown 10. 4-minute period, Sutton victory. So first goal wins it. If we're still tied after 1, we will have continuous 4-minute periods. Villanova's 1-0 in overtime, Georgetown 2-0. Georgetown, they got their second win in overtime on Thursday night in the semifinals to beat Providence, and it was Aiden Carroll on the biggest night of his career with his career-high 7th goal. Won it right there to beat Providence in advance to tonight's title game. Georgetown, after 17 turnovers in the first 3 periods, just 1 in the 4th, and they were able to slow down Villanova to close the game. And Kopecky has been awesome now at the X over the last several. 5 of the last 6 after ball was totally dominant in this game. 5 of the last 6 for Kopecky. What an incredible job by that young man to step up for his team and then give them this much-needed possession here, obviously, in overtime. Sudden victory. First goal wins it. Tyler Bowes carries it for Villanova.